A single forgotten lighter in a commercial dryer, I mean, it doesn't just ruin a load of clothes, it can instantly incinerate a $500,000 wall of industrial equipment.
Yeah, that is the stark operational reality of the vended laundry business. One oversight on the floor, one failure to check a pocket, and your capital expenditure literally goes up in smoke.
Wow. Up in smoke.
Literally.
Yeah.
Finding that lighter before it hits the drum, well, it pays your attendance salary for the entire week right there.
Yeah.
That is why a strict systematic pocket audit isn't just a suggestion. It actually functions as a completely self-funded maintenance plan.
And if you're running your facility on luck or, just gut feel, you are constantly exposed to that kind of disastrous variable. So today, we're pulling you out of the weeds.
Absolutely out of the weeds.
Right. Our mission in this deep dive is to help you start putting out daily fires. We want to help you transition your operation to making strictly data-backed decisions. We're breaking down the frameworks that separate a reactive, stressed-out business from a highly optimized machine.
And we are focusing entirely on what is known in the industry as precision architecture.
Precision architecture.
Right. As analysts in the commercial vended laundry space, we're looking at how you can utilize AI, data flow, and highly engineered systems to achieve just absolute operational efficiency. Specifically, we'll be analyzing the latest scenarios straight out of the lab.
And for those tuning in, the lab is the real-world testing ground. It's Super Kleen Laundry, operating in a rural market up in Lake City, Michigan.
Yeah, an actual physical facility.
Exactly. Everything they test there is guided by the blueprints developed by the precision laundry architect, Nicholas J. Gomez. So to understand this core philosophy, we kind of have to talk about the enemy of precision architecture. The blueprints call it manual grit.
Manual grit. It is the absolute bane of a scalable operation.
Right. So if you are sitting in your car right now dreading having to go fix a coin jam or mop up spilled detergent at your facility, you are drowning in manual grit.
You are. Manual grit is the incredibly labor-heavy traditional way of managing a facility. It's the exhausting cycle of sweeping floors, doing the physical bookkeeping, manually repairing machines.
The stuff that feels like work.
Exactly. Because it feels like hard physical work, owners naturally assume it's productive. But the precision laundry architecture framework argues the exact opposite. Manual grit is actually a failure of systems. It means your architecture is leaking.
Let me offer an analogy here. Relying on manual grit is like driving a car by constantly staring at the engine temperature gauge, right? And you have to manually pull over and pour coolant into the radiator every few miles just to keep it running.
That's a perfect way to look at it.
Whereas precision architecture, well, that's like driving a modern EV. The onboard computer is optimizing the battery flow automatically, the regenerative braking handles itself, and you just focus on steering the car.
Right. You're looking at the road ahead, not the engine block. And the ultimate benchmark they are testing in the lab to prove this is, honestly, it's pretty extreme.
Oh, yeah, it is.
They were moving toward 100% hands-off management. The goal is to restrict owner input to a strict 10 hours per week.
10 hours total.
Total. And those 10 hours are exclusively for strategic growth. No sweeping, no fixing coin jams, none of that.
But wait, let me push back a bit. Is it actually realistic to achieve a strict 10-hour work week in a business historically plagued by physical, messy, unpredictable variables? Customers bring in chaotic messes, right?
They do, yeah. But to achieve that 10-hour limit, you have to measure the metrics that actually govern the physical space.
Yeah.
The blueprints rely heavily on a metric called efficiency per cycle, or EPC.
EPC, okay.
Yeah, this isn't just looking at your bank account at the end of the month. EPC measures the exact utility cost, so water, gas, electricity of a single machine turn against the revenue generated.
So it's hyper-granular.
Exactly. It tells you the true health of the facility on a microscopic level.
And they pair that EPC metric with something called system latency, right? Which is essentially the delay between a problem happening on the floor and your system detecting and documenting a solution.
Correct. System latency is the killer. Because if those two metrics slip, you get hit with unproductive consumption.
I really want you to explain how the lab uses AI to hunt that down, because the mechanism for finding unproductive consumption is just fascinating.
It really is. So unproductive consumption is utility usage burning away without a paid cycle attached to it. Think of a phantom leak in a toilet or a stuck valve on a washer.
The silent killers of profit.
Exactly. To catch it, the lab employs an AI-driven cost filter. It doesn't just look at a high water bill at the end of the month and shrug. It cross-references the raw water flow meter data against the machine payment data.
Oh, wow. So it's looking at both streams simultaneously.
Right. If the water meter shows a spike at 2 in the morning, but the point-of-sale system registers 0 quarters or card swipes, the AI flags a phantom leak immediately. It finds the hidden friction.
It's basically like air traffic control. Manual grit is running out onto the tarmac with those glowing wands, trying to park every single 747 yourself. You're exhausted, and eventually 2 planes are going to clip wings.
Yeah, human error is inevitable there.
But precision architecture is sitting up in the control tower, letting the radar and the automated systems do the sorting. You just monitor the flow. But again, you said the messy variables don't disappear.
They don't. The difference is that precision architecture anticipates the chaos. It builds a buffer to handle it before it ever reaches your desk. You don't eliminate the mess, you eliminate your personal exposure to it.
And that buffer is built directly into the physical floor operations, which means we need to shift gears and look at how they engineer the floor to maximize throughput. Because if you want to stay in that control tower, the floor has to run efficiently without you.
Right. Enter the Wash, Dry, Go playbook.
Wash, dry, go. Let's break that down.
The Wash, Dry, Go model is a brilliant disruption of the standard setup. You see, traditional wash, dry, fold is essentially a boutique service.
Yeah, highly customized.
Right, and it has high margins on paper, but it requires immense labor. The actual folding is a massive physical bottleneck. I mean, you can only fold a shirt so fast.
So true.
So Wash, Dry, Go completely eliminates that labor-intensive folding stage. It shifts the facility to a high-volume, low-friction processing model.
But wait, if the attendants aren't folding the laundry, what exactly are they returning to the customer? Because you can't just hand them a wrinkled trash bag of clothes.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
They use a technique called categorized stacking.
Categorized stacking.
Right. Instead of 45 minutes of origami-level creasing for a family's laundry, the attendant lays a flat, sturdy base of heavy items, like jeans or towels.
Okay, building a foundation.
Exactly. Then they cascade the shirts perfectly flat on top and essentially vacuum seal it in a clear, processional bag. It takes 4 minutes instead of 45.
4 minutes? That's a massive reduction in touch time.
Massive.
Mm.
It maintains a highly professional presentation, but it completely bypasses the physical folding bottleneck.
But here's the catch with categorized stacking. If you are saving all that labor time and skipping the premium fold, how do you price the service? You have to ensure the sheer volume makes up for the lack of a boutique fee.
That's where the pricing strategy comes in.
Right, because in a rural market like Lake City, which only has a population of around 5,000 people, they anchor Wash Dry Go at a 75-cent per pound price point. The goal there is to create a utility mindset, right?
Exactly. They want the customer to view this as a basic utility, like paying your water bill or paying for electricity, rather than some luxury boutique service.
But to protect the profit margin at just 75 cents a pound, they enforce a strict 26-pound minimum.
Yes, that minimum is the absolute linchpin of the strategy. It guarantees a $19.50 floor revenue for every single transaction.
$19.50.
Right. It ensures that every single time your attendant touches a bag, the touch time is financially justified by the system. And the beauty is, this scales beautifully.
How so?
Well, rural's 75 cents, sure. But suburban markets scale to $1.25 a pound, and urban or metro markets hit $1.75. The logic of the minimum touch time value, though, remains entirely constant.
And having those attendants constantly processing orders on the floor, doing this categorized stacking, it triggers what the blueprints call the labor loop.
Ah, the labor loop, yeah.
This is purely visual marketing, which I love. Active labor drives passive sales.
It really does.
Picture a self-serve customer who just worked a 9-hour shift. They are dragging themselves through your facility, exhausted, struggling to sort 3 loads of laundry, and they look over and see your attendant effortlessly utilizing categorized stacking, sliding a 30-pound order into a crisp bag in literally minutes.
It creates visual relief.
Exactly. It triggers the immediate psychological desire for that exhausted customer to buy their own time back.
And once you trigger that desire and convert them to the Wash Dry Go service, you introduce the concept of laundry creep.
Laundry creep. Explain how that works.
Because your entry price is so low, remember, there's no premium folding fee attached. It removes the friction of trial. You get into the customer's closet initially with just, say, a heavy bag of towels that they didn't want to deal with.
Right, the bulky stuff.
Yeah. But because the service is so reliable and so affordable, that one bag of towels slowly creeps into them dropping off their entire weekly wardrobe.
It's brilliant psychological pricing. By pricing wash-dry go so low, you eliminate the hesitation. And because your attendants aren't trapped at a folding table doing origami, you achieve machine velocity.
Machine velocity is critical.
Right, because you eliminate dwell time. Dwell time being when a washer finishes, but the clothes just sit there taking up space because the attendant is busy folding someone else's shirts.
Right, the machine is just dead weight at that point.
Exactly. With a wash-dry go, attendants flip those machines instantly during peaks. This creates a really clear revenue ladder for your facility.
Let's walk through that ladder.
So at the bottom is self-serve, where the customer does 100% of the work. The bridge is wash-dry-go, where the customer buys back 80% of their time for a utility rate. And the premium tier is wash-dry-fold, where they buy back 100% of their time.
By focusing on machine velocity, you turn the laundromat from a boutique shop into a true processing plant. You are essentially selling time and efficiency. And in a utility mindset market, time is the ultimate commodity.
Okay, so you've ramped up your machine velocity, your volume is just pumping. But as a natural consequence, your communication volume explodes. People calling, texting, asking about hours.
Oh yeah, it scales right alongside the laundry volume.
Which brings us to the digital architecture. The latest technical scenario out of the lab focuses exactly on fixing this communication bottleneck.
Because as you process more volume, customer communication absolutely becomes your new point of friction. Scheduling pickups, answering pricing questions, chasing down payments, it all increases your system latency.
Right.
So to solve this, the Precision Laundry architects spent the last 30 to 40 days engineering a new AI phone receptionist and booking tool.
And it's powered by Spindesk AI, but the persona they've built is called Bella.
Bella. Yes. Bella represents a massive leap in the digital architecture. She provides the business with a dedicated SMS line. When a customer texts the facility, Bella automatically handles the intake.
Just fully automated.
Fully. She greets them, asks for their zip code to instantly verify if they fall within the delivery radius, collects their street address, and logs the job.
She even logs highly specific preferences, right? Like, the sources show customers requesting Laundry Lab power packs over standard big box detergents, and Bella captures that nuance flawlessly.
She doesn't miss a beat. This tool is built specifically for the solo entrepreneur or the busy parent who is running a pickup and delivery business straight from their phone.
Yeah, imagine sitting in your car at your kid's soccer practice. You can't be taking down addresses and credit card numbers on a notepad.
Exactly. The solopreneur cannot be chained to a physical phone line. Bella handles the entire operational flow. She uses pre-written message templates so the business sounds established and highly professional.
And she handles the money, too.
She does. She sends automated, secure payment links, collecting a deposit up front and the balance on delivery. And all of this feeds into a clean, mobile-friendly dashboard that shows exactly what stage a job is in. Washing, drying, or out for delivery.
And the financial context for this setup is incredibly lean. Plans for Bella start at $49 to $79 a month.
That's a fraction of traditional software.
Exactly. It's explicitly designed to replace highly expensive, high learning curve legacy software like Clean Cloud for these frontline communication tasks. Although we should note the blueprints show Clean Cloud still remains the point of sale system for tracking the actual physical machine turns at the lab.
Right, it still runs the machines.
But look, I want to point out a crucial human element within this deep technical framework. Using Bella's dedicated SMS line acts as a strict chaos filter for the owner's personal life.
A chaos filter, I love that term.
Right. You aren't getting customer complaints at 10 p.m. mixed in with text messages from your family. But let me challenge you on this. When you hand over your entire frontline customer interaction to an AI like Bella, how do you measure the potential loss of that local, personalized owner-operator charm against the gains in efficiency?
That's the classic pushback, right? But we often conflate charm with inefficiency.
Interesting. How so?
Well, a customer might enjoy a friendly chat with the owner, sure. But what they actually demand is that their laundry is picked up on time, washed perfectly, and returned without a single billing error. Bella provides flawless reliability.
So reliability replaces the chat.
Exactly. In modern service industries, extreme reliability and frictionless communication is the new charm. A customer who feels perfectly taken care of by an automated system builds far more loyalty than a customer who has to wait 3 hours for a stressed-out, quote-unquote, charming owner to text them back. Reliability is the new charm. Wow. That really shifts the whole perspective. Okay, so you have the physical wash-dry-go operations moving fast, and you have the Bella AI capturing the volume flawlessly on the front end. Now you have to actually staff the floor. Who is doing the work?
Connecting the digital front end to the human workers requires what the architect calls magic variables.
Magic variables.
Yes. These are small, highly specific technical adjustments that protect the profit per cycle. At Super Kleen Laundry, the ultimate magic variable they focus on is the kerf, or thickness adjustment.
Now, kerf is usually a woodworking term. It refers to the exact thickness of the wood that a saw blade removes. How are they applying a manufacturing term to human labor?
Think of kerf in laundry as the 5 minutes an employee spends standing around waiting for a dryer to finish.
Ah, the idle time.
Right. It's wasted space in the schedule. It's friction. The system minimizes that kerf by engineering the human element to be as precise as the machinery. For instance, the system might trigger a phone alert to the attendant exactly 60 seconds before a wash cycle ends. So the employee is walking up to the door the exact second it clicks open.
Exactly. You're minimizing the gap between the labor cost and the automated profit.
And you can't manually train someone to be that precise without driving yourself completely crazy, which is why the AI doesn't just manage the customers, it manages the staff training.
Right, the training loop.
The blueprints detail an AI-enhanced training site. Staff log in, watch specific workflow videos, and take quizzes. They're integrated into the architecture before they even touch a machine, entirely removing the owner from that repetitive training loop.
But an automated training system only works if you bring the right personnel into the architecture in the first place. You can't just hire someone because they had a friendly interview.
Right.
So the lab utilizes a platform called Score App to pre-qualify candidates for the laundry specialist role.
And they screen them using a multi-pillar scorecard, right? I mean, the first thing they test isn't whether someone knows how to sort lights and darks. The first pillar is digital fluency.
Yes. If a candidate can't navigate the Score App platform just to apply for the job, they definitely won't be able to navigate the iPads and the dashboard on the floor. It filters them out immediately.
It's ruthless but effective.
Precisely. The second pillar evaluates integrity and culture, which acts as the internal chaos filter for your team. The third is reliability and logistics, like, can they actually execute the physical movements required?
Heavy lifting.
Yeah. And the fourth is the profitability mindset. You want solution specialists who look for ways to improve EPC, not just task doers who wait around for instructions.
Treating hiring the exact same way you treat an algorithm completely removes the emotional bias from building a team. You weren't guessing. But I have to ask, if we are optimizing the kerf adjustment of human labor the exact same way we optimize the water temperature curves on a 60-pound washer, where is the line?
The line between efficiency and rigidity.
Yeah, doesn't this highly engineered, strictly measured architecture create a rigid, soul-crushing environment for the workers?
It's a really valid concern, but the reality on the floor proves the exact opposite. A truly efficient system doesn't crush the staff. It empowers them through absolute clarity.
Clarity reduces stress.
Exactly. When expectations, training, and workflows are flawlessly defined, when workers aren't relying on manual grit to just get through the day, they experience drastically less friction. They don't burn out. The rigidity of the architecture actually provides a really stable, stress-free foundation for the human workers to operate within.
So the architecture bears the weight of the business so that people don't have to.
That's it. The system absorbs the chaos.
To pull all of this off, the digital architecture running in the background has to be incredibly lean. Just to give a very brief look at the tech stack running this, they rely on Google Keep for task management, Homebase for staff scheduling, Alexa for internal remote communications, SpiderWash readers handling the payments on the machines, and Notebook LM acting as the creative research lab.
It is the exact, precise stack required to execute these scenarios. And if you are listening to this, remember that you have been tuning in to the audio lab for this project. If you want to move from gut feel management to precision architecture, you need to subscribe to the Load Down newsletter.
Absolutely. Go to aiforlaundromats.org to access the exact prompts, the digital blueprints, and all the raw data we discussed today. Stop putting out fires and start building your systems. We're going to leave you with a final thought to mull over.
Well, homework.
Exactly. As AI systems like Bella handle your frontline communication, as the wash-dry-go strategy eliminates the physical bottleneck of folding, and as smart readers track your hidden utility leaks, your physical facility is essentially designed to run itself.
Fully autonomous.
Right. So look honestly at your own operation right now. If you were forced to step away away for 30 days tomorrow, would your business immediately collapse back into the chaos of manual grit? Or would you discover that your daily reactive presence is actually the biggest source of unproductive friction holding your facility back?